Good morning, dear students. In this class, I am going to explain about mechanism of blood clotting. Mechanism of blood clotting is a stepwise process. In the first step, at the site of injury, thrombokinase is released by disintegration of blood platelets and injured tissue cells. Here this is the blood platelets, and these blood platelets, they will release the thrombokinase at the site of injured tissue cells where there will be injury. Then in the second step, thrombokinase, which is acting like an enzyme with the calcium ion present in the plasma, it will convert the prothrombin, which is the inactive form, into the active thrombin. Here you can see prothrombin, which is inactive form, is converted into active form, which is the thrombin. So here you can say that pro, as I have told, is an inactive always, and gen, if it is at the back of the enzyme, that is also the inactive condition. So prothrombin is converted into thrombin in the presence of thrombokinase. Now in the next step, this thrombin which is converted into active form, what it will do, it will convert the soluble plasma protein fibrinogen, that is the soluble plasma protein fibrinogen, into insoluble fibrin. And now what this fibrin will do, after polymerization, it will form thread-like network in the form of fibers at the site of injury. Now the blood cells get entangled and forms a clot. Within 2 to 6 minutes approximately, this clot is formed, and when the clot contracts, the rest of the plasma, which is in the form of clear liquid, comes out as serum. This is the gist of mechanism of blood clotting. You would have experienced this whenever you are having any sort of cut. In that you would have experienced that there is a formation of clot. Again I am repeating, blood platelets, they will release the thrombokinase at the injured tissue cells where there will be an injury. Now this thrombokinase, it will convert the prothrombin, which is the inactive form, into thrombin, which is the active form. Now thrombin will convert the fibrinogen, which is in the soluble form, into fibrin, which is in the form of insoluble form. Now fibrin, after the polymerization, form the fibers, and these fibers, they form the network at the site of injury, and ultimately the wound is sealed. So this is the process of mechanism of blood clotting. Now children, the next concept is blood transfusion and blood groups. You would have read it earlier in the lower classes, but here I am just recapitulating that the transfusion of the blood from the donor to the recipient is called as blood transfusion. And Karl Landsteiner was the first one who identified the blood groups. And Landsteiner recognized two types of antigens, that is capital A and capital B, and two types of antibodies, that is small a and small b. Now the antigens are present on the plasma membrane of the RBCs, whereas antibodies are present in the plasma. Plasma membrane of RBCs contain antigen, and based upon that the blood group is distinguished, whereas the plasma contains antibodies. Now the red blood corpuscles of an individual may possess either antigen A or antigen B, or both the antigen or none of them. So it is the distribution of antigen which determines the type of antibodies in the blood. So here you can say that there are 4 types of blood groups. Already you would have read blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group O. If the antigen is capital A, the blood group will be A. If it is B, the blood group will be B. If it is AB both, then blood group will be AB, and if none antigen is there, then in that case the blood group will be O. So the four types of blood groups are named according to the type or types of antigens present and are capital A, capital B, AB, and O. In blood transfusion, the antigen of donor should be compatible, that is, the matching should be done with the antibody of the recipient. Otherwise, the corpuscles of blood donated become agglutinated and block the blood vessels. It may prove fatal, and a person can receive or donate blood to the other blood groups in the given table, which is given here on page number 7.2. Now RH factor was first discovered in common rhesus monkey, so that is why it is named as RH. Those persons which possesses the RH blood group, they are RH positive, and those which do not have, they are RH negative. Now, universal donor and universal recipient, this concept also you would have read earlier. People belonging to blood group O have no antigen or corpuscles factor in their RBCs, so their blood cannot be administered, their blood can be administered to any other person, that is the persons who are having the blood group O, their blood group can be administered to any other person, because neither of the antibodies small a and small b will agglutinate these cells. Then after that, hence they are the universal donor. And on the other hand, people belonging to blood group AB have both the antigens in their RBCs but no antibodies or in their plasma, so these persons can receive the blood from person of any group, on any blood group, and this is called, that is why they are called as universal recipient. So universal donor is the blood group O, already you have read in the lower class, and universal recipient is the blood group AB. So children, after that there is a structure of heart. So again I will be taking the concept of the structure of heart in the next period. So far what you do, you just go through with that, understand the mechanism of blood clotting and who are the universal recipient and who are the universal donor. Now ABO system, I have explained that 4 blood groups are there. Then after that, antigen present in them, what can be the antibody, to whom they can donate the blood, then they can receive blood from that, or can receive the blood from, so whom they can donate and whom they can receive. For that there is a table, you just go through with that and ask your problem on my number. Now children, related to your work, the work should be completed and it can be asked any time to show your work in the lab manual and in the theory, both the cases here. So here all the notes which I am giving every day, I am saying that to note down the key points from the board. They are very important as far as your short answer questions are coming. Now there is one more important thing, that the role of vitamin K in the blood clotting. Vitamin K is essential for the synthesis of prothrombin and fibrinogen proteins by the liver cells, and these proteins are essential for the clotting of blood. So ultimately you just see in your board examination, either they are asking name the vitamin essential for the blood clotting, in that case you will write K, or name the element responsible for the blood clotting, so here you can write as Ca++. And what is the nature of thrombokinase? Thrombokinase is an enzyme. I had told you in the 9th standard about the enzyme concept, in that I had told that ACE is attached with the enzymes. and if it is if the pro is attached before, then this is the inactive form, or if the gen is attached at the back, so this is also a sort of inactive form. It has to be activated. Like here, prothrombin inactive form, it is activated in the form of thrombin. Here fibrinogen, which is the soluble form, it has been converted into the insoluble form. So these all the things you should bear in your mind and ask your questions on my number. Thank you.